So Ecuador, let's talk about Ecuador. We come from Ecuador. We are Ecuadorians. And so what could you tell someone that has never been to Ecuador? What would you tell them about Ecuador?
First of all, I would like to tell them that Ecuador exists because people forget that it's in the map and it's one of the most amazing countries. It's right in the middle of the world, like it's in the equator line. That's why it's called Ecuador. And it's also holding the closest point on Earth to the stars. It's one of the most mega biodiverse countries in the entire planet. There's
Mhm.
actually one of the most important places, like according to National Geographic 2022. We
Mhm.
have the most mega biodiverse point like in the entire planet, which is
Mhm.
the Choco Andino,
Mhm.
the Andean Choco, a very special, microclimate. And yeah, we have the Galapagos, the coasts, the
Mhm.
Andes Mountains, and the jungle.
Mhm.
And it's an amazing country, and you
Yeah.
should come to visit. What would you
Exactly.
say?
That's me. I was about to say that's the end of the video. Goodbye. That's everything we need to know. No, really. I mean, for me, like, what I would say is that I couldn't choose what's my favorite part of Ecuador because each part is so different from the other. Like the Andes Mountains is you're so high. It's so high that I think you're like physically and emotionally and
Hi.
spiritually high. I think this is literally like one of the jokes that I always say is that, because we have the Andes Mountains and the closest point on Earth to the sun, we are enlightened, like we're literally the most enlightened people on the planet, which obviously is just a joke, but it really is like it's super special. And Andean people are so amazing. Like they really reminds me of these like really amazing people, like in the
Andean?
heart.
And what about the people from the coast? Because you just said Andean people. Why
Yeah,
didn't you
so
say Ecuadorian people are super amazing?
people are super amazing. I do think
All
that
of them.
people from the coast, all of them, but people from the coast do have something different. And I think that the difference between the Andes and the coast is that people from the coast, because they are in the beach, they are happier. There is like different. Like even you can see this and taste this in the food, right? Because the food from the coast of Ecuador is another level, right? Like what would you say? Like what's your favorite food from Ecuador?
Manaba food is my favorite food from Ecuador, but I also love the food from the Andes.
Yeah, but it's different, right? In the Andes, you have like
Humitas,
potato. You have yeah, it's based on
the
the
choclo.
maize that is corn.
I
You
love
have the
everything with corn.
empanadas de verde, like like you have like a lot of things that are really good. But empanadas maybe is coast. But anyways,
Ajá, I was gonna say verde is not from the Andes.
okay, sure.
So that just
Yeah, it's more like potatoes. Like
Okay, so
yeah.
the food for us, the best food is Ecuadorian, and even if you don't have like a big like vegetarian um knowledge and like
Inclination.
yeah or inclination, there's so many options. Like if you're a vegetarian, you want to eat vegetarian food in Ecuador is like the best option. Like you just order the plate without the meats and everything else is gonna be amazing, amazing,
And
amazing.
so nutritious, like we have these
Yeah.
lupins that are these white things that we call chocho, which for my Colombian friends, they are laughing so much whenever I'm like, yes, we have ceviche de chocho. And they're like, no, I cannot believe it. Apparently it means something like, I don't know, like a
Okay.
private part or something that I cannot say because we're
Mm,
online. But
okay.
and it's so like we have these lupins that they actually have is protein and iron together, and that is like really difficult to find, like this
Yeah.
combination, unless it's like red meat, and so this like combination is like super good for
I
your
was
body.
actually thinking if maybe we have an audience that is
Uh-huh.
called Shital
Uh-huh.
and is super into these like food, like scientists and everything, she would love to go to Ecuador
100%.
because we have these mega superfoods from the Andes and from
Exactly.
Ecuador.
It's superfood, but I love the term mega superfood because like superfoods I've heard, but mega superfood I think is like the next level. And I do believe that the next level of nutrition is the mega superfoods.
Ecuadorian, Ecuadorian mega superfood.
Exactly. But then okay, so we know a little bit of the Andes that you feel high just because you're there, and then the
But wait,
food.
wait, wait. I think you cannot go like beyond the Andes without mentioning Chimborazo volcano,
Okay.
which is the competition, the official legal competitor of Mount Everest. Because when you say, yes, Ecuador has the closest point on Earth to the stars and the sun, people are like, no. that's Mount Everest. And we're like, no, it's actually Chimborazo volcano. And we actually found out about this interesting fact, because it's a fact, it's not a theory, when we were in Portugal. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, so we were in the planetarium. For some reason, we were in a planetarium in Portugal, and I don't know why the astronomer was talking on the mic, and he was saying, "What's the closest point on Earth to the stars?" And everyone was like, "Mount Everest, Mount Everest." And then he was like, "No, it's in Ecuador, Chimborazo volcano." And my sister and I were like, "Woo, Ecuador!"
Super Latin, like no one said anything, and we're just like screaming, like, "Yeah, you go, Ecuador!" Yeah.
And that's how we found out, actually. So it is true. And if you want to come and see the closest point on Earth to the stars, be the closest point on Earth to the sun, and it's because
Bulge.
the bulge that has
The world, the planet is not round 100%. In the equator, it's wider and it's called the equatorial bulge. And we actually have more water. We never have winter or summer, which is another super mega positive thing of Ecuador, because you're never extra cold or extra hot because we don't have winter or summer.
unless
And also it's giving you this opportunity to have evergreen nature. So nature never goes through the death process of winter and all of this. Like, but I know what you're going to say. That, of
because
course, if you go really high into the mountain and the volcano, you're gonna be cold.
you're gonna be freezing, and also there reaches a certain point where you don't have any plants that can grow because there's no oxygen, and even like your car is like
No.
struggling.
I think that you're exaggerating. When you say there is no oxygen, then you wouldn't be able to be there and breathe. And you are able to be there and breathe.
There's little oxygen.
There is little oxygen, but I don't think that's the reason why.
And we should show a picture at some point in these videos. If we would have an editor, we would show a picture of the Chukirawa and
this part, because of course, like
the Chukirawa, just to mention, it's a plant. It's one of the most beautiful flowers from the Andes Mountains that you will ever see. And also the ears, the bunny ears, that is super fluffy, and if you touch, it's like a teddy bear.
It's a plant that is a teddy bear. And
Yeah.
And even if you like take a plant with obviously asking permission, you take one of the bunny ears, which is a leaf of these, and then you keep it, and then it's still fluffy forever. Forever. It stays fluffy forever.
Okay, that's Andes.
That's the Andes. And then, so we don't have time to talk about the other parts. Maybe
No.
quickly, the coast is nice, but right now there's like some dangerous things. So the coast, maybe not, don't go there unless you come with us, because obviously we're
Or unless you go to the Galapagos. Straight to the Galapagos.
That is the other option that we definitely like recommend. Just go to the Galapagos. It's one of the most amazing places. We're actually gonna do a video only on the Galapagos.
And it's because it's the real enchanted islands. When you're there, you're like thinking, oh, magic is real. Like I can swim with sharks and I can swim with manta rays, and like life is amazing.
Life is amazing, and you're like falling in love with nature again. It is so special. And then the Amazon, which obviously I think that we should also do a video of the Amazon, because it is such a special place too. Like so many people are afraid of the Amazon. Did you know this?
No.
So many people
afraid.
They're like, anacondas, and I'm gonna be eaten by an anaconda.
And the jungle, like
and the jungle. So we should definitely, we're gonna do a video of that.
I think that's the fault of Hollywood.
100%. Yeah. So we're gonna be talking about that in the next
we still have 5 minutes. Just so like to let you know, because like we started at 30.
Okay.
So we still have a little bit more time.
Out of time.
No, we're not out. Yeah.
Okay.
So what I was gonna say is like we maybe could mention this thing that I learned at some point, that in the Amazon there's this one super important hotspot in the Yasuni. Yeah, that is kind of like it is so like the nature there is so amazing that there's research, like there's of course research scientific stations like that are stationed in the middle, right, of the jungle. And they have this space, this specific like area, I think it's in the Tiputini, in the inside the Yasuni space, which is like one of the regions inside the
reserve, a natural reserve
inside the Ecuadorian Amazon. And they call it the scientists say that they can see evolution happening underneath their eyes, like that they see in front of their eyes, like at that moment, because they call it the arms in race, because they say that the bugs are evolving like daily to eat the plants, and the plants are also evolving like at that, like the next day, like so that they can defend from the bugs. So, like they can see like evolution happening like literally underneath their eyes. So that's like one of the most amazing things about like, yeah, being in this part of like in nature. And I think that we should also mention the Choco Andino, the Andean Choco, that even though it is not a sign, it is not inside the jungle because it's like on the other side and it's actually part of Quito. It's 2 hours away, like in a car ride from the capital of Ecuador.
Mhm.
Are you researching something? Like
I'm
why
actually
what
like, just because I'm a linguist and you said arms in race, I'm like, what is arms in race? But okay, it's arms race, evolutionary arms race. Okay, I was like, okay. Arms in race.
So it's arms race.
It's arms
And
race.
what does it mean now that you
So
researched?
it actually means arms race. Where is it? Where is it? Oh my gosh.
You have too many tabs open.
I do, but okay. So it's a continuous escalating struggle between competing species or genes.
Mhm.
As one side develops a new adaptation, like a stronger defense or better weapon, the opposing side evolves a counter adaptation to survive. It
Mhm.
drives rapid, ongoing change without either side ever truly winning. They're just
Mhm.
like adapting and being like, okay, it's like between predator and prey, parasites and host, plants and herbivore is like, okay, who is gonna, and so the plants is like more toxic, and then the herbivore is like, okay, adapting to the toxic, and it's just like this thing. And so now I understand arms race.
Okay, I'm glad that you understand
Thank you for that.
this part.
Okay.
Okay, and then we should talk about the Choco, the Andean Choco, which is one of the most amazing places like in the entire South America because
really is.
it's supposed to hold around 1/4 of the water. Like it produces 1/4 of the entire water of South America. Like it's this entire like, yeah, it's like the birthplace of water, basically, of pristine and pure
natural water.
water.
Yeah, because many people are just like, oh, the Amazon has so much water, protect the water from the Amazon, but they don't know that the water is coming from the Andes Mountains. And so if we really understand the geography of South America, is like we have the coast, then we have the Andes Range mountains, and then here is like the origin of the natural pristine waters, and then this drips over to the Amazon. And so the Amazon's water actually depends on the Andes Mountains. That is why we have to really protect the Andes Mountains from mining and all of these things. And if you do want to come to Ecuador with us, then you should really check out more videos of Ecuador, and the video that we're going to post very soon about the equinox experience and the Andean experience of the volcanoes that we have, the thread of the Andes, because it's like really beautiful journeys where you're going to be hosted by us. So you're going to travel with the Inti twins, and we're going to have like a lot of fun and learn a lot of stuff and do really cool stuff, sing together and have a lot of fun together.
And do like a lot of magic also. I just want to say magic is a good word.
Okay, see you in the next one.
Okay, bye.